Welcome, partners. I'm extremely happy to see everyone today. This is We're starting back our series of webinars for the fall. If you were with us and you have the opportunity to be here and follow our webinars, we usually run them from I'd say we started the year. It starts straight from January all the way up to end of June, and then we, give you guys a little break, take a little break ourselves, and start back in September. I think it's good this way because we try to get everybody back, and then we can, talk about new subjects and new things that are happening. And I think that a lot of few changes are happened with Sylbert, our partner in user training, and we have the opportunity to have Joanne that's with us today, which is a sales manager at Sylbert, and just to get started here and get on our way. Today what we want to discuss with you guys is training your technicians and your customers with ITCloud Academy, Udemy, and Sylbert. I think that we've introduced Sylbert already a few times inside of the channel, but I think that there's an amazing opportunity because they've actually made some changes to their offering, and it's literally there's a lot more available to us, and we're going to be able to discuss this further in the next few minutes. So introducing myself, it's Steve Noel, VP of Microsoft Sales and Development. Actually, I'm looking to see if I remember my title. It's so long, but essentially, what I'm really try to do here at IT Cloud is make sure that we're successful with the Microsoft products. We can support them, sell them, and obviously administer these products as well as possible, so that we can all do, great business. There's a chat window here, so more than happy to answer your questions if you have them. But with no further ado, let's get started and talk about user training. So when we look at training, I think one of the most important things um, that's near and dear to my heart is that we do install and give our customers great technology so that it's available to them. Whether we're talking about the Microsoft products on the productivity side or the infrastructure side, but most certainly on the productivity side. So one of the things we did over the course of the past few years is to talk about talk to you about, hey, how can we make sure that our customers are happy with what they're using? And for that, we partnered with Sylbert a few years ago, or actually a year ago. I think this is almost a year today. We started working in 2023 together, and we really wanted to partner with somebody that took training obviously as their core business, but more importantly, they're looking past training and making their vision is to actually to make sure that people are using the software, and not just that they're seeing it, and they're actually looking and become more efficient with that. And and Silbert are very how can I say, passionate about this, passionate about optimization, passionate about be able to produce great work with understanding the technology as it should be. And they've been doing training for the past, it's more than 20 years now, since 2001. And it really have, when you really think about it, their business is split in, or their service offering is split really into, you've got the trainings, which is split between private groups and open sessions. And there's the consulting services, which are, one is, how to, collaborate better and optimize your collaboration with tools such as SharePoint and Teams. And they also have a diagnostic and impact plan, which is really interesting. The way that Joanne talked about that specific plan was that sometimes you don't exactly know where to start and where the users are at exactly, and which training should be looking at, and what are we really trying to do here exactly. So they actually have a consulting service to be able to show you how to do these things and figure that out. I mean, as far as your customers are concerned, how to do and figure out exactly what they need. In terms of the training, what's really interesting is that over the previous years, and that's what we're going to talk about a lot more, they're really focused on private groups. So, specifically working, on the customer's time, obviously, and creating these groups. And they have some business over the open sessions, but they're really looking into, and that's what's new about Sylbert today, is really putting a lot more focus on the open sessions. What does the open sessions actually mean for everybody? It means that instead of having to plan and to have, instead of having to plan to have these courses, the open sessions actually give you multiple opportunities to follow these courses and to have, trainings instead of having, private groups, but to be able to, get into specific sessions multiple times a week and actually get trained exactly the way you would like. And I think that there's some really nice opportunities there, especially as partners, to be able to offer these courses to your customers and them not having to manage their own employees' time to know when they're actually going to follow these sessions, but knowing that all these sessions are open and available. And I think that we're going to have the opportunity to have Joanne a little later to show, her catalog and show exactly how um, that works on their portal. So in terms of, expertise, um, you know, when they look about that, when they look into that, is really looking at how to utilize the Microsoft 365 productivity suite to the fullest. So, whether we're talking about, and I saw a very interesting course on Microsoft To Do. That's one of the tools I use the most throughout my day, and even actually, not even on the professional side, but also on the personal side. And I think that whenever some that we were having discussions with partners, to be able to leverage tools such as To Do, to be able to leverage tools such as OneNote, these are really personal productivity tools that actually help you manage your workflow a whole lot better. I think that um, as you're looking at higher efficiency, as far as as an individual, whether you're talking about, the productivity tools such as, to do, such as, planner, maybe as you're looking at it for, as far as an organizational, or if you're looking at a leveraging SharePoint, I think that all these different tools are things where um, Sylbert really excels in and can really help your customers. I think what I really appreciate about, the way that Sylbert does it is that even I think it's every Thursday if I'm not mistaken, but there's YouTube. You can actually, it's either, well, there's one on YouTube, but with Joanne and her team, they actually have um, you know uh, they have a session in which you can, virtual session, you can go and actually, they talk about how their practices and the way that they actually deliver. And I think that it's a great way to actually make you understand what is the offering of Sylbert. If you need to, if you really want to, be engaged and see one of those webinars, they're actually on a weekly basis, and they're awesome. So when you think about, cloud environment, when you think about business intelligence, I didn't really touch about that, but projects, they have great courses on project, a project server, planner, and Power BI. So these are all the things. And obviously, if you look at also personal productivity, we're also thinking about all the Office suite as well, and a lot of different courses in terms of Excel. As you know, there's people that actually just live within Excel. So what's new? Now that we have, I mean, when we first started, we only have a few courses that were available through Sylbert, which is, I think actually started with 4 or 5 tops. Later on, we added a few more, but I think that's what's really exciting now, is that all the catalog of Sylbert is open to us. So no longer do we have, limitations on exactly which courses you can offer to your customers, but they can all be offered. 100% confirmed dates, because I'm sorry about that. Because some training services, what they offer is that they'll have live classes, but if they don't have enough people, the classes will shut down. Sylbert is, as long as there's people there and following the courses, there's one person, they don't, they don't cancel any classes. So, don't be afraid that you might have a customer that has one employee that's registered on one course and that the course has been, canceled or anything like that. They will do it even if there's one person there. I think that what's amazing is if you also have, obviously you have English speaking customers, but even if you have English, French speaking customers, you can actually have the courses which are available in both languages. I think that that's what's really interesting is that when we first started, you had a few courses that were available in French and English, but now all the courses, all the catalog is available. Maybe for, I think it's one course which is Project Server or something like that. That's only available in French, but aside from that, every single course is available in English as well. Multiple dates available. Again, availability is key. I think that when you think about, if you're going to sell this product, these services to your customers are going to want to know exactly when they're going to be able to follow that training. And what's great with Sylbert is now, they've actually upped the ante in terms of when they're delivering these courses. So, a course that was maybe delivered once, maybe a few times a month or once a month is now delivered at least once a week and sometimes even multiple times a week. So that's great. And I think that one of the most interesting things that they've done, they've actually taken down, went down in pricing so that they're able to cater to a broader audience. So pricing, which was around, $300 or $295 a course, and these courses have gone down to $175. So, a lot of availability, a lot of availability. I see all these things are great news for us, and we're able to offer more of these services to our customers. And I really like that the way that when we were having the discussion, myself and Joanne, and she was talking about, hey, how are we splitting and how do we make sure that people better understanding where they're at and what type of courses they should have. And they've actually split these into three different types of courses. So you've got your digital workspace and optimization, your collaboration, communication, and project planning, and your productivity and professional performance. So really like the way that it's split because if you're looking to or at a specific course, sometimes you don't really understand what you're looking for in that course and what categorizing. Sorry, I have a hard time. I've been speaking since this morning. Well, putting these different courses within different type of categorization, you're better able to understand exactly what you're looking for. So, if you want to manage your documents or if it's better collaboration, you understand where it's at. If it's more about personal productivity or analyzing data, then you exactly know where you want to go and better understand what this course is for and how this course is going to impact the way that you work. Oh, wait, maybe now what we can do is, Joanne, maybe you might want to share what your catalog looks like and how that is.
Thanks for taking the lead because as you can see, my English is not very strong, so I prefer to let Steve speak to me, but I just want to share you my screen. Is that okay? So here is the catalog. I can go maybe in English. So they are all our open sessions, and you can see the price. Everything is already updated on our website. And I just want to show you that we have now multiple dates. So some of them are in French, but we now offer them in English. So when you sell a license, your customer can go right away on our catalog and choose whatever they want, the specific date that they need, and add to cart and Steve will show you through the platform. But I think it was really interesting to show you our new catalog that is already online.
Thank you, Joanne. I think
No problem.
what we're going to do next is we're going to jump into the IT Cloud portal. So I'm going to show you a few things, a few documents that you can get from the portal, really interesting, but also how you can provision some of these services directly yourself and to your customers. So if you can see my monitor, if you could just do a thumbs up, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. So if you go to your ITCloud Academy and you want to subscribe a new service, you see there's now ITCloud Academy for end users. And as you can see, there's these different courses. You can select them in French and in English. I just noticing that I don't see as much courses in English as I see on the French side, but they're all available. So one of the things I'm going to show you is all the different courses that we have available, and we can add them in English because you can pretty much have all the courses that you have in English. You can also have them, all the courses you have in French. You can also have them in English, but you can go here and actually subscribe your course, if it's how many users that you need. What's awesome with the way that it's configured is that on our side, once we've actually provisioned the service, it's actually sent to the people at Sylbert, and they're actually going to create your customer account and your customer's account, and they're going to provide vouchers for your customers, and they're going to be able to use them to select which courses that they actually want to follow, and then what's its consume. I think that Joanne also said that one of their competitive advantages is that not only can you consume the content, which is live, by the way, because it's not, a video or anything like that. But as you're consuming the content, even if you have questions, you actually have access to the teacher for up to 6 months. So what was amazing, I thought that when Joanne told me about it, I thought it would have been a chat or something like that. But actually, if you have questions, they'll actually set up a Teams meeting, and you're going to be able to connect with the trainer himself and ask these questions. So what's amazing is that she mentioned when we were doing it in French that service is actually unlimited for up to 6 months. And the other thing is that they have they actually have documents, and they have training. The training is very interactive as well. So you have an amazing leave behind, and training tools in which you just don't have to, you're not just seeing the training itself, but you actually have documents, and you can follow up and see all that information for your customers. So in terms of the Julia platform, which was what Joanne was showing, is once your user account is created as a user in there, you actually have access to a bunch of resources and everything that was shared via the course at that time. So great stuff. So if you want to get more information on what's available and you want to share that information with your customers, one of the things you can do is go into your documentation portal, into our portal, and go to the documentation section and go in under IT Cloud Academy. And what you want to do is actually look at the new end user training offer with Sylbert. And if you click on this document, oh, that's not the one. If you click on the one that's right here, sorry, that's the one here, third time's a charm. So here you have a brochure which you can share with your customers. There's no pricing in there, and what you can do is they can show and understand exactly what's offered in there, as end user training, and this is just a subset of training that is offered through that. Here, yeah, that's the same document. So these are some of the places where you can get some of the resources. You can, furthermore, one of the things that you can do is you can also go into your price list and margins, open up the global partner program, And there, if you open up the Global Partner Program and you go completely at the end, oh, the partner program in English hasn't been updated. Sorry about that. I'm going to look into that, but that's where you're actually going to see, um, all the different courses that are available and the pricing that are available. Here, I only have a few courses. Maybe there's a mistake here, but we're going to update that and make sure that everybody has that information. So just give me until early next week, and you're gonna have all that information that's in there. Sorry about that. Um, Aside from that, I think we're pretty much done with the presentation on the end users. If you have any questions, I'm more than likely we're going to be able to answer them. If not, and it's something that we've done in the past. If it's particular, you have a large deal that you're working on. I know that Joanne has met with partners, and we can make sure that your customer has all the information that's required. And if they need to work on something very specifically, it can be done. So I think that there's a lot of you know not only flexibility, but their understanding on how they work with, depending on the size of the deals there.
I answer a few questions. I don't know before I quit if there is something else I can do for you, or I will be available at the end. Don't worry.
All right,
So,
perfect. Well, thank you very much, Joanne, and we're gonna
yes,
move to the next portion of the presentation.
thank
But
you.
feel free
Have a
to
nice day.
communicate. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, cool. We're gonna go back to our presentation here. All right, for those that are familiar with IT Cloud Academy, when it first started, IT Cloud Academy was for our partners. And the idea of IT Cloud Academy, and it was mainly offered to our partners, our French-speaking partners, because we figured that there wasn't that much training offered online for in French. But since that, had some great conversations with some of our English speaking partners, and they're very much interested in having access to IT Cloud Academy as well. So one of the things that we've done is that we've devised, as you know, we have these webinars that we're giving every other week when they start back on. But you also have different things that are available for our partners. So we've got within the IT Cloud Academy offering, which is in most cases, which is a subscription service for your business. And we have what we call our modules, which are the best practices that are support team and the people internally will actually devise and create content, because it's things that our partners are either nuggets, really interesting things that we think that our partners should actually leverage and use for their business. I mean, for their customers, obviously, customers' businesses. And then these are, between 2 to 4 hours. We usually have these twice a month. We also have 50 courses. We've integrated IT Cloud Academy with Udemy. If you guys are, looking to get your employees certified and looking at, solution designation and things of that nature, we've actually have curated courses that we know that are very useful for our partners. So there's 50 courses, up to 50 courses there, and we also have created some learning path specifically for our partners to be able to get those. And then we also have boot camps that are delivered for now. They're delivered online, but what we're looking to do is, if there's demand, is to be able to give these boot camps, and no other geos in Quebec. So we've actually given some, full day training in Calgary and Vancouver and Toronto. So these are the type of places where, depending on the demand, that we're more than happy to be able to um, give these courses, uh, you know, on site as well. But right now, we're giving these on, I guess, on online, but they're longer than our usual modules. Um, all right. So you also have, when we think about the Udemy training platform, it's a platform. So we not only have content that are provided, that is provided by Udemy itself and its trainers, obviously, in the platform, but also us. We share some of our training content directly on the platform, and that's available. We also have, depending on the courses, we have practice exams that are included. You also have labs, and you can actually create and manage your own users and the training path that your employees are taking. So very great platform. I'm going to do a demo um, and show you guys what's available today. So you see, in terms of certification courses, whether you're looking for Azure courses, if you're looking for modern work courses, security courses, in terms of on the Microsoft world, ComSil courses as well, and Dynamics, Power Platform, all these things. We've actually curated the list. There's about 25, but if I go and jump into the platform itself, I'm going to do this very quickly. Um, no, wrong browser. Sorry about that. I'm gonna jump in. Um, okay, I'm just gonna open up a browser. Oops, that's the one I was looking for. So go here. If you look at the different learning paths that we have that are available here. So you've got, for instance, you've got your Dynamics and Power Platform courses. So you've got 66 hours of those. So you could just, jump into a, well, maybe might not want to do Dynamics, but let's just go to Microsoft Security and certification courses if you want to do, for instance, the SC300 course, which is now 9 hours and 30 minutes. What's awesome about that is that, again, there's PDF resources that are available. If you want to watch, obviously, if you want to watch a video, sorry about that. It's just like Netflix, right? Um, I'm just saying that it seems normal, but yeah, actually, the previous platform didn't give us the opportunity to be able to do such things, right? So we weren't able to necessarily stop and return exactly to the spot where we were as we were listening to it. And you can follow your progress. You can schedule also some time every week to be able to do that. Most importantly, I think that as a manager or somebody that's looking to see the progress of your employees, you can actually track it. You can see how much they've listened to, and you can also you can allocate different trainings that they follow. So great and awesome platform, and also we're adding our own courses to them. So maybe before um, I didn't mention that or we didn't look into that, but we also have right now the courses are just in French, but we're also going to be adding some courses. So these are courses by IT Cloud directly that are offered, and we're also going to have English courses in there. So if we go back to the presentation, here we also have, these are the courses that are going to be offered directly by the IT Cloud staff from September to December. I'm just going to add a little caveat to that. The courses, obviously, just like any any training courses, one of the things that we're requiring is that we actually have people to sign up so that we're giving these courses. So what I would say, I would suggest if you guys are interested, please, register to these courses, and you're definitely going to see the content. Here, workshops. We're also planning a couple of workshops. One which is on Copilot, Microsoft 365 user experience, and also how to build a security practice. So these workshops are scheduled for sometime this fall. I'm actually going to show you guys how to access the calendar in there. And as well as if you're an IT Cloud Academy member, you have access to vouchers from Microsoft. They're not free; they're 50% off. But until as they're as they come available, we provide them to our partners. Some partners actually, I think some partners have never actually purchased a voucher at full price, and they've all taken advantage of that. And if you look at, our different versions of IT Cloud Academy, you've got IT Cloud Academy Basic, which is, you have access to all the Udemy content. You have IT Cloud Academy for the self-employed. So if you have a business, it's only one person, it's 147.50. You have access to the live training videos with our, trainers. You also have access to Udemy. You have access to our boot camps that are available as well. And if you have if you have one or more than two employees, you have access to IT Cloud Academy for partners, which it's all inclusive for 10 users. And if not, and you don't want to have a subscription, you also can connect to our technical training. The virtual ones are $95 if we do them in person, or $195 a day per employee. So this brings us to the end. If if you like what you hear, you want more information on these services, we're glad to give them. We have a form here. Please fill it out, because it's going to give us the opportunity to give better webinars, but not only that, but get a better understanding of what you guys are looking for as far as material. So please feel free to. I think it's a clickable link. Oh no, it might not be, because I'm showing my screen here, but we'll provide it in the chat window there. We're available. What we have here, it's available on YouTube. So the webinars, once they've actually been edited, they're available on YouTube, usually the following week. So if you go on YouTube and you type in IT Cloud, you're going to see some webinars that I've had the opportunity to give, some of my colleagues as well. So if you want to reach out to myself, you need more information, I'd be glad. As you can see, you have my information here. So, and I definitely would like to thank you. And if you have any questions, I'm here, can answer the questions. I saw some questions in the Q&A, haven't seen anything, but that pretty much concludes the presentation. Thank you. Any questions? All right, I guess no questions. I'm just going to look at the Q&A if there is an specific question. Oh, looking here. I see that question was answered. There's a specific question to say if the courses were available at $175, if it was per course, or it was the price for the organization. And we mentioned that it's a 3-hour session, and it's a price per user. And I think it was Patrick that raised a hand. If you could just write down your question. I'm more than happy to answer that. If not, well, thank you very much, and have a nice day. Bye.